Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Alex, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the brand new features in iOS 7.1. So without any further ado, let's go right ahead and get started. iOS 7.1 was just released today regarding some minor bug fixes, some color changes, and released today by Apple developers. Unfortunately, since iOS 7.1 was just released, there is no current jailbreak exploited, meaning that is not jailbreakable, and we will have to wait a few months for a new jailbreak exploit. So I'd recommend sticking on if you have a jailbroken device. Alright, the first thing of course is the dimmer messages and FaceTime icons, which all this does is it just dims the colors or makes them a little less vibrant that you would normally see on an iOS device. So if we take a closer look compared to my iPod Touch 5th generation on the right and my iPhone 5S on the left, the icons are a little bit more brighter on the iPod Touch 5th generation than the iPhone 5S, so that is just a minor and easier on the eyes change. The second thing is the new power off slider, which I do really recommend. I don't really recommend it because it's default, but it does require, or it does just feature a new circle slider and more bug-free slider than the old square beta bar thing that was sort of lame. I didn't really like that. It looked too roundish, but now this circle one looks really cool. Now the next one is just a really minor one. It's just a control center bounce up effect that is pretty much seen on the Android lock screen notification center, so that is just a minor one. It's nothing too special. It's just a small spring effect on the iOS control center. The next one is the new accessibility options, which of course we get more accessibility options when doing this. Now we also have the interest colors, which all this does is it just allows you to go to the increased contrast, which allows you to have a few different options in there. I'll be showing you guys. We have the reduced transparency, which actually allows you to, if we switch this on, if we take a look at the control center, it is white, and if we turn the reduced transparency on, the control center is going to be gray. And if you notice, even in the video, it's much easier to read than any standard control center without the transparency. The next one is we have darker colors, which if you notice, you can't really tell on the camera, but the darker colors are a little bit more darker than the standard iOS colors, so I really recommend this to those who are just easy on the eyes. Next time we have the reduce white point, which is of course one of my favorite things that they have added in here. We have what this does is it makes the white a little really light gray instead of a white, so it is again easier on the eyes, and it does make it save battery life. The next one is the new calendar months display, which all this does is it allows you to it's actually one of the really good things if you're a calendar user on your phone. All this does is you can tap that little button at the top right hand corner where you can see all the events listed in a future month, so you can plan events in the future month like a wedding, a party, or anything else like that without having to go into waiting for that month to happen and then plan it again. I really surprised that Apple released this late, but however it was released, so just be happy that it's out there. The next one was we have the new cap lock sign on the keyboard, which is just another minor cosmetic. It's nothing too special, but if we go create a note, I'm just going to quickly show you that the cap locks, if we triple tap or double tap the cap locks key, the cap locks will turn on, and there's a little line under that, so it just makes it a whole new little icon. Instead of turning all black, we have the little button, which all this does is it just turn on the cap locks and makes it look a little more professional. The next one is the HDR Auto High Dynamic Range Imaging for the iPhone 5S only. Now HDR stands for High Dynamic Imaging, which was first introduced with Android phones running the camera. If we take a look at the top D here for the HDR Auto, all this does is it turns it onto automatic instead of on or off for the regular old other iOS devices, but this does work only with the rear camera, unfortunately not with the front camera. We'll have to switch that on to auto for the rear, on the on for the front. However, this does not work with video because high dynamic imaging does not work with video, only the audio. Alright, so if we take a quick look here, we go to HDR Auto only for the 5S. Unfortunately, that is not available for the 5C and or 5. We have the more accurate Siri coming up next here. Ends recording when you release the home button, so I'm still holding the home button. As soon as I let go, Siri will stop my recording and make my request more accurate. So I have found this much more useful. However, I'm not a heavy Siri user, so I'm not really into this tweak, but you can still use it the old way if you wished to. All you have to do is just quickly hold it and it will continue recording. The next one we have coming in is the perspective zoom wallpapers, which will have a 3D wallpaper effect toggle. Now if you notice, you have the option to go here and you turn on the perspective zoom. So if you go to select the new wallpaper, stills, select the first wallpaper, we have the perspective zoom to off. We go click on set both. We're going to realize that if we take a closer look here, that the 3D effect will not take place when the perspective zoom is set to off, only when it is set to on. So that is a brand new feature that is featured in iOS 7.1. Otherwise, that's it for today, guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, please make sure to check that out, because I will be releasing much more videos coming up with the next weekend and more weekends or so. More city tweaks coming up for you guys. So that is it, guys, for today. If you guys like this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel again. I really wish you could help me. Like this video, share it with all your friends. Anyways, guys, see you on my next one. Peace.